Yeah. Haven't seen these in a while, have you? Yes, people, this is an NG Minute. And I know I haven't done a lot of these, and it's because lately I have not been interested at all in TNA. But I take it back. I really wish that I watched last week's because I had no idea that I would see what I saw this past Thursday night. And honestly, I was floored and I loved every bit of it. Starting off with Abyss versus Eric Young in a Monsters Ball match. I have never been so happy and thrilled in my life. It brought back all kinds of wonderful moments of me being a wrestling fan. Not only seeing real tacks go in people's arms, but literally see blood being drawn. And yeah, I know that sounds barbaric, but it just sounds like there was so much. It sounds not really sounds. It sounds agonizing of how Abyss was literally screaming with tacks on his arm, and seeing how Eric Young was on the floor just completely broken. I never thought that I would ever see that again. Like seriously, I never thought that any of that existed. And then there was also something different on commentary. Oh yeah. No Taz. No freaking Taz. You know how you have no idea how happy it makes me to know that Taz was not there. And I'm hoping that he was replaced. Because if he wasn't, I will be a very sad individual. But either or, it was a great night. No Taz and a great way to start off. Not only that, we have MVP as the new investor in TNA. MVP. He's been gone for a minute. And like he said, he was out loving life. We all know where you were, player. We know you were in Japan. We know you were wrestling in Japan. For those that followed you on Twitter, we know where you were. And we know that you were happy every night. Because you had no problem showing pictures. But either or, all I know is that MVP is back and he is the new investor in TNA. And I loved the backstage segments. I love the backstage segments between Dixie Carter and Rockstar Spud. I love that. And Rockstar Spud is probably one of my favorite heels now. It used to be Zema Ion. It still is kind of Zema Ion. But I'm starting to love Rockstar Spud. Like, he is a great heel. He really is. He's a great minion. And the matches themselves were pretty darn good. And honestly, it was kind of nice seeing Austin Aries. I didn't know that he actually got the belt back. I have been missing a lot of TNA. I'm kind of in the loop when it comes to that. But I love Austin Aries. It was nice to see him back, but I don't really know the whole angle between him and Velvet Sky. I'm hoping Velvet Sky doesn't become another girlfriend. And somehow because now she's not with Chris Sabin anymore. She's actually, I don't know what's going to happen. But all I know is that I was kind of happy to see the whole Velvet Sky thing over. But to see the whole ridiculous proposal for him to literally challenge her to a match was just flat out stupid. It was. It was probably one of the most stupidest moments of the night. It was the dumbest moments of the night. Seriously, I didn't really enjoy that at all. I thought it was dumb. But either or, guys, great matches, great storyline link ups, huge build on up to the very end when Dixie Carter and MVP finally met in the ring. I loved that entire segment. And now I guess we have MVP more as a face. I'm used to him being a heel, but he can work as a face too. And Dixie Carter still being a heel is kind of funny. And yeah, it's kind of it kind of reminded me too much of Vince McMahon and the corporation back in the day. And I also will say this. I thought it was downright hilarious hearing Bully Ray literally using lyrics from Gangsta's Paradise in his promo. For those that don't know and didn't really pay attention, go back and listen to this promo for y'all that really want to know. Go back and listen to it. It's straight up Gangsta's Paradise. He used two lyrics from Gangsta's Paradise in his promo. I'm like, dude, you running out of ideas? Come on now. You Bully Ray. But either or, y'all, I enjoyed every last ounce of TNA. I enjoyed the matches. I enjoyed the storyline. I enjoyed the build on up to the very end. I really enjoyed TNA. It's something I haven't seen in a long time. And honestly, the fact that they're in Glasgow, Scotland, really shows that they really love their international fan base. They'll do anything they can to make the international fan base enjoy themselves while watching a match. or while watching TNA in general, and they need to keep that up. And I really do feel that they're not completely out yet. I feel like they're gonna build themselves up and get better. He has to get worse before it gets better, and I think it's going to get better. That's how I personally feel about it. But honestly, they pale in comparison to greatness compared to this week's SmackDown. Like seriously, SmackDown has never been a horrible show. It's just been mediocre and bland with very lack of build going up to the actual matches that they're supposed to have for Elimination Chamber. Like they're supposed to be building up to that and actually start building up storylines and feuds to that, but they didn't do that at all. I mean, don't get me wrong, the opening segment that they had with Daniel Bryan and Kane was interesting but pointless because Kane can't fight. He really can't. He can't fight at all, and it really wouldn't be the same for him to go back to be Kane, even though Daniel Bryan had a point. It wouldn't make any sense for him to go back to that at all. But honestly, the one thing that I'm gonna say about it is this: I did have a moment of enjoyment when I actually saw the Shield break apart. Now, it's a given that this is all foreshadowing, especially leading on up to the Elimination Chamber. We know that the Shield is not going to win their match. They're going to break apart. And this is why. This is my personal theory. I really do feel that Roman Reigns is going to be the guy that they're going to choose to go against Taker. I really do feel that way. People keep saying it's Cena. People keep saying it makes sense for a Cena. No, it don't. The reason why is because they're trying to build up his rep. If he goes against the Streak and if he beats the Taker, he's going to be the most hated man in WWE, and they're going to go right back downhill, which means all sales will just plummet. Of course, they will not let their golden boy ruin his reputation beating Taker. And Taker is retiring this year, people. He is. And I really do feel that Roman Reigns is going to be the guy to go against the Streak. So they're going to break up at Elimination Chamber. And I don't know what they're going to do with Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose is probably going to go against Big E Langston for the combination belts. I don't know what they're going to do with Seth Rollins. I'll probably put him somewhere in a random match. But honestly, Roman Reigns is going to be pushed to go against the big guy in the Streak because he can handle Taker. He can take Taker after the Wyatt family beats him. But seeing the Wyatt family go out and literally talking with the Shield, it's always interesting to me because they're finally having the other two minions have a voice. They're finally having Rowan and Harper actually talking more, which makes the Wyatt family so much more sinister and so much more evil sounding, which really does make the faction more psychotic. And honestly, I'm a huge fan of the Wyatt family because I haven't seen a psychotic heels like that in a long time. And I really do want that build to go up because it really does seem that the Wyatt family are going to take them out and they're going to find some place to put the Wyatt family later on. But right now, it's all about the Wyatt family and the Shield. And they're doing a great job with that build. But everything else, they need work. But it is kind of interesting how they had Randy Orton practically fight every person that was going to be in Elimination Chamber. And how they had Daniel Bryan do the exact same thing. So yeah, you're trying to keep it germane to what the build towards the Elimination Chamber, which makes sense. You want to have everything put together and make sense. I get that, but there's no build. There's no excitement. There's no anxiety up to it. I mean, come on. You want to have a decent build going on up to WrestleMania. This is the road to WrestleMania, people. You got to have a build going up to Elimination Chamber. And they're not really doing that much at all. But I will say this for the Divas match, and I know you guys want to tune off every time you hear about the Divas, but I am highly impressed with Nikki Bella. She came a very long way from how she used to be, because before she really didn't know how to be that coordinated at all in the ring, but she has gotten better and a lot stronger. Hey, there is perks to having John Cena as a boyfriend. He has done a lot of training with her, and it shows. And I'm really impressed with her, and I really do feel that after Brie wins her title, I'm hoping that Naomi's the first. But after she takes it from Naomi and Brie has it for a while, she's going to go against her sister and take it from her sister. And they're going to split up and go their separate ways. I'm hoping that happens. But like I said before, Nikki Bella has really impressed me. I love Brie. She's a lot more agile than Nikki. And they're starting to grow on me. Before, yeah, I had choice words with them. But honestly, I really do feel that they're growing on me. And they're really growing as wrestlers. But as for the closer, I didn't care about it at all. I really didn't. Christian, Why even make a return, dude? You're not gonna get a title shot. You're not gonna be able to get the big one again. It's pointless for him to even come back and have him go against Randy Orton just to lose. We knew that was gonna happen and lose cleanly at that. He's going into Elimination Chamber. You kind of want to have an even kill. You don't want to have him completely killed off. Like, seriously, this is his first Elimination Chamber match, I think. You want to have a decent build going up to it, and you want to make it even by having a DQ. That's my opinion of it. But having him win over cleanly, it's just going to make Christian look weak. And it's just sad. And I didn't really enjoy that ending at all because it was just too predictable. But honestly, guys, my overall thoughts of this wrestling week is this. I did not enjoy SmackDown as much as I used to. It wasn't horrible, but it just didn't have any build going up to Elimination Chamber, and it was mediocre and bland and predictable. But TNA really did surprise me. Probably because I haven't seen TNA in a while, but the fact is they have made some changes, and you can tell that they're making some changes, and they're going to be a lot of interesting things going on, which makes me interested in watching it for next week, which is a good thing, and that's what they're supposed to do. And it also makes me feel they really care about their international fan base. So they're going to do anything to entertain them. And that's the one thing that I respect about TNA. But honestly, guys, I want to. Oh, yeah, by the way, Raw. Well, we're going to see Randy Orton versus Cena again. And we're going to see Betty White. I love me some Golden Girls. And I know she's the only one that's alive. But seriously, stop trying to make another Mae Young. Please. She's not Mae Young. Let Mae Young's legacy stay where it's at. Don't use her as a replacement. If I see Betty White as doing the hand thing with Mark Henry and trying to pull off another hand thing, I'm not gonna be happy. I'm not gonna be happy at all. Stop using her as a replacement. But anyway, moving on from there, guys, tell me what your thoughts are about both shows. Leave a comment in the comment section below and send me a video response on how you feel about TNA this week. And Raw, well, SmackDown and Raw for this week. For this whole wrestling week, I want to hear your thoughts. This is Nature Girl 30 signing off. Peace out. Later.